Haven't made a video like this in a while, so let's have some fun. Today we're going to be talking about how to always make the right choice. First of all, I'm going to start things off that you're probably going to see some mess ups as you're watching this video. This is what I guess I would call like an unedited video, uncut. It ain't live because I'm recording it, but it's definitely uncut, which ties into the whole title of the video and why I wanted to make a video about this. What had happened is I had to make a choice of whether I wanted to make a video and not edit it, which I really love doing, or go back to what I was doing for a while. Because if you look back at my videos, there was some videos that are like this, which are unedited, and continue to post as often as I wanted to. And what happened is I got really busy with work. Work got slow. We kind of got into it like a slow season. So in order to compensate for that slowness, I had to work more time. So my free time, if you would call it free time, was reduced. Or the time that I used to make these videos was minimized. Became less. And of course, there's still a bunch of other stuff that I need to do here and at home and with my furry friends and all the other stuff that I do. So what was happening is there was a big spread between my last video and this one. Ideally, I would like to post 3 times a week. What has helped me not get really bummed out for not posting is that I post shorts here on YouTube, and then I also post over on TikTok and Instagram. So if you rock with those platforms and you want to go follow me there, we could go chill there as well. But I hadn't been able to post the long format video, which is what we're doing here, kind of just like the regular YouTube video. And I told myself, well, no, it'll pick up in a little bit, which of course it will, and it does, and it has, where I don't have to work as much, and I'll have my time back to do my edited videos, these videos. But I didn't want to wait any longer, because one day turns into 2, turns into 3, and then what I noticed is my conscience was telling me, make the videos. And I was not listening. And that's what you need to figure out: what to listen to, how to listen to, what's the voice of your conscience. Because I also had the self, me, saying, no, but look, it's just much better when it's edited. We've already started editing the videos again. We've been editing them for a long time. We got all the cuts. You don't have your pauses. You don't have your uhs and ums that you do sometimes, or where you just pause and stare into nothingness because you're trying to figure out what you want to say or how to say it. And I was just fighting between those two. I knew that I had to make a choice. I hate lingering around and staying in a place where I'm not making a choice and I'm just like, oh, maybe I this, oh, maybe I that. And what was happening is that I was thinking of a bunch of other possibilities. Well, what if I change my schedule? What if I stop doing this over here? Or what about if I adjust this over here? Or what about if I wake up at this time or go to sleep at this time? I started changing just a bunch, trying to making it more complicated, which I used to do a lot of in the past. And ever since I learned, see, that would have been edited right there. Ever since I learned that you need to listen to your conscience, we need to listen to our conscience. That's the right choice. And not listen to the self, which wants to avoid any kind of discomfort. The self likes to be comfortable. The self doesn't like to feel any kind of discomfort. The discomfort in this case was the discomfort of not having a really nice video that's nice and edited and you feel real proud of, and it looks good and it sounds good. That was the discomfort. I didn't want to go back to that. But the conscience was telling me, my conscience was telling me, just make the videos. We'll worry about editing them later. You're bottling up all these things you want to talk about and stuff you want to put out there. Maybe there's someone out there that needs to hear this. And because you want to edit it, you're not putting it out. You're bottling it in. And that didn't last very, very long because I'm a little bit more aware of listening to my conscience. But because it was so strong, I figured, you know what? The first video that I'm going to do, non-edited, raw, uncut, will be exactly about this topic that we're talking about right here. If you want to make the right choice, you have to listen to your conscience. And the part where I questioned when I learned that was, well, what does my conscience sound like? Which one's which? Which one's the self and which one's the conscience? And even though I had said a couple of days ago, I'm just going to go back to uncut status. That's what we'll call these videos, uncut videos. It was that feeling of still every now and again. But okay, what about if I edit the very beginning or the very end where I reach over and touch the button? I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And that would cause some sort of delay because I wasn't just like, no, we're doing uncut. We're going in. We're recording today. This is the topic. Let's talk about it. When you start questioning what the conscience says, when you're siding with desire, you'll start feeling some sort of way. You'll start feeling a little bit of uncomfortableness, a little bit of frustration, a little bit of like, oh man, I should have, regret. I should have just not thought about doing a little bit of editing and just record it. You'll stall. You won't get done what you want to get done in that non-conscious messaged way. I wanted to do a little bit of editing. And because I wanted to do a little bit of editing, I still wouldn't sit down to record it. Then the next day I'd feel like, man, there goes another day. I didn't record that video I wanted to make. There was another title. I have 2-3 other titles that I want to make, which is what I was going to make originally, with a little bit of edit here and a little bit of edit there. And that's when I was like, okay, that's the feeling. When you don't listen to your conscience and you're trying to side with avoiding the pain of what your conscience is saying, and you want to listen to desire, which is the desire to not feel uncomfortableness, you'll start feeling that regret because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You start feeling that little bit of anxiousness of like, but I want to do it. I still haven't been able to do it. The reason why you still haven't been able to do it the way you desire to do it is because that's not the way. That's not what your conscience wants you to do. The conscience wants you to just knock it out. The conscience in this case, for me, just wanted me to make the video. Just start making the video. The time will adjust later, your schedule will adjust, everything will open up, and then you can start editing again. But the idea is just make the video. The moment I said, okay, I got my answer, because I wanted to feel, what is it that I would feel if I still start listening, if I still start siding with desire? And that's exactly what it was. It was delay. I didn't get to do it the way I wanted to anyways. And the moment I said and decided, like, for sure, I said, you know what? Today, when I get home, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to record this video. Seamless, which is why I'm here now. Nothing got in the way. I did everything that I needed to do today, plus more. And then I was able to sit down. Now I'm recording this video. The moment I'm done recording this video, I'm going to put it into my computer, and then I'm going to upload it. Done. You'll be watching this tomorrow if you're watching it tomorrow. So you got to figure out which is the voice of your conscience and which is the voice of self, of desire. I think it's referred to as like the sensory world, meaning what you feel, your body, yourself, as opposed to listening to your conscience. How do you always make the right choice? How do I always make the right choice? How can we always make the right choice? Is by listening to your conscience. That is the right choice. And then this is where we